Ahoy, and welcome to our last day for the Olympic and Greek Achievement Week. So, we're going to be going back to the concept of the Olympics and moving a little bit away from famous Greek influencers. And so, we're going back to what the Olympics were and kind of how it's developed. So, today there's going to be two videos for you to watch. Pretty engaging, if you ask me. They're pretty fun to watch, and so they're going to talk to you about how the Olympics started out, what it was at the beginning, and what it is now. Kind of the ancient Olympics versus the modern Olympics. I'm back here with my German flag, as I brought to you in the first video, because again we're going back to the concept of the Olympics as not just a sense of athletic achievement, it's also a sense of pride. And so it's really a chance for you to present and support who you are and the group of people you come that raised you and presented you these ideas. So being German American, the Olympics is a chance for me to support both my American identity and my German identity, for my American identity forging a lot of who I am, and my German identity giving me a lot of who I am as well. Some concepts that you're going to come across in the videos. In the ancient Olympics, we're going to be looking at the fact that only men were allowed to compete, and there were some further specifications after that. And they were held every 4 years. So the every 4 years concept technically still shows up now. For instance, the Summer Olympics every 4 years, the Winter Olympics every 4 years. But it's actually every 2 years now, if you think about it, because we have the Summer Olympics, and 2 years later we have the Winter Olympics. And 2 years later we go back to the Summer Olympics. So while we technically have those 4 years in between Winter Olympics or Summer Olympics, that's still what we're left with. It's kind of a 2 year instead of a 4 year. And then in our modern Olympic category, back in ancient Greece, it was the city of Olympia would hold it every time because that's what the Olympics were named after. But now there's a bid process. And so what that means is cities and countries send an application as to who gets to host it. So I'm not going to... in 2021, it's going to be Tokyo. It's supposed to be 2020 because of the COVID-19. It's now going to be 2021. Our most recent one in 2018 was in Pyeongchang, South Korea. Sorry, it took me a second. Actually, 5 of our 7 continents on this planet have hosted. The only 2 that have not, I'm not going to tell you. You have to figure that out. For those of you who lasted this long in the video sets, I have another surprise for you. You may notice I had a surprise for you at the end of our video sets last week. It's going to be might be a theme. My surprise for you this week is that I love cooking, and my favorite thing to cook is actually cheesecake. So technically baking. I love making cheesecake. It's incredible. All right. Don't be sad that this is our last day for this week, because I promise you we'll be back on Monday to have more fun than we should be ever allowed to have, but we somehow get away with it. All right, have a good weekend. Bye.